This is honestly a true honor to be here on behalf of all the student athletes and to talk in front of all you guys. And to start off, I want to say thank you to all the donors, the boosters, administration, coaches, and former athletes for this great building. It seems just like a few months ago I was at the groundbreaking ceremony, and now I'm here celebrating the grand opening of this great building. No longer in the winter will we have to go to the Spectrum and watch film, and after that walk in the winter over to the hybrid to practice. We can just walk over out of the Spectrum right into this beautiful new building and get our practice going. All student athletes who will be using this facility, I think, will benefit from it being here. It is nice to have another place to go when the Spectrum is occupied with all the other sports that are in there. This will help us all get the extra work we need to improve our individual skills and other factors to help us succeed. A lot has already happened here since I've only been here for a year, from the new weight room to this new building coming here. A lot of people and myself love where USU is going with its athletics, and I think it's great. I know that this new great facility will surely help me develop my skills as an individual and to help the team out. It will also help the rest of the men's basketball team, volleyball team, and women's basketball team to help their skills on their team as individuals, but also as a full team. The building will also be very useful in recruiting purposes for all these sports. This facility and new additions are top-notch, and are honestly the best in my eyes in the Mountain West Conference. From all the student athletes, we want to give a special thank you to Ron and his family for being here today, to Mr. Lobb and Mr. Kirby for their contributions to everything they do for Utah State. We all look forward to using this new facility and cheering on the volleyball team in their new home court. I couldn't be more proud to be an Aggie.
You know, I guess I don't need to talk too loud here, but about 33 years ago when I started courting Vicki, she said to me that I would always, in a very subdued tone, say, "I'm fired up." Well, the years have not really helped my enthusiasm level that much as I've gotten older, but I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm fired up. This is unbelievable. You know, I've done some, I guess you could kind of call it trash talking over the last 16 years. I was mostly having fun, but Kent would tell you I also made my points. Have you been in my office in the Spectrum? You know, Jim did a tour there a number of years ago, and Scott actually thought that maybe I put Jim up to it, but Jim walked into my office and he said, "This is despicable." We did not take recruits in there. I was 13 years at University of Montana, Ron, and 16 years here without an office window. Okay, so if I'm a little goofy, please forgive me. 29 years without a window will do that, but so, you know, I probably did a little trash talking on, you know, in men's basketball, women's basketball, you know, I asked my assistants today, I said, what does a kid say nowadays? I don't even know when they trash talk. Jalen? Jalen doesn't really trash talk, but, you know, I think we used to say face, and now they say splash. And I asked Grayson, and he said the volleyball kids say six-pack when they hit it in your face. So, Scott, Kent, when you walk into my office, you can say face if you want to. Boy, oh boy, you know, Scott called me in a few years ago and said, and it was much to my chagrin, to be honest with you, he said, "Stu, we're going to go with the weight facility first before we then get the practice facility done, the Estes Center as it is now." And, you know, I tried to be good about it. I wasn't great about it. But I really thought, okay, will we ever get to the Estes Center? And we did. And it was built in 8 months, and just an unbelievable thing, you know, how it's come along. You know, Grayson Grayson is going to, we were talking about it today, when he brings recruits here, this is a volleyball facility, okay? When I bring basketball recruits here, and Jerry brings basketball recruits here, this is a men's practice gym, or this is a women's practice gym, okay? And that's the way it's got to be. That's, you know, if you think, wow, you're not even going to really explain the other sport, no. You don't do that in recruiting. It's called embellishing. You don't necessarily lie, you just embellish, right? So, you know, and I've had several, Grayson and I get along very well, and Jerry, you'll be glad to know that I've had several conversations with Grayson, telling him and explaining to him that Wayne Estes was a basketball player. So I do need to be able to get into this building now and then. And we're looking forward to that. Ron, I got to tell you, I was in Montana during the 80s coaching, assistant coach, head coach, and the biggest recruiting mistake ever made in the state of Wyoming was J.C. Carroll. Wyoming screwed up, and they did not get J.C. Carroll. They did not offer J.C. Carroll, and obviously he became an addict. The greatest recruiting mistake ever made, and they were still talking about it in the 80s in the state of Montana, was Wayne Estes. I think those coaches got fired shortly after, but you know, just an unbelievable event for your family and honoring Wayne, and just, I was very fortunate. I'm old enough to have seen Wayne play. I was about 11 years old when the accident happened. Just an unbelievable basketball player. Take it from a basketball coach, he could play now. He could be really good now. In fact, I could use him next year for sure. You know, I mean, he shot hooks from the short corner, unbelievable touch. You know, just a special, special player. What a great honor to have this building named after Wayne Estes. You know, I don't think Scott Barnes gets the credit he deserves. In the 8 years he's been here, I have to tell you, it's really amazing what's transpired on our campus, all over our campus, President, for sure. The 16 years I've been here, it's not even the same campus, and that's a credit to you and all of your people. But as far as athletics goes, you know, the first 8 years I was here, we didn't make a lot of progress in terms of facilities and those kind of things. In the last 8 years, since Scott Barnes has been here, it's unbelievable. And Scott, thank you. It's kind of an arms race in recruiting right now. I mean, you know, if you're going to try and get players at the Mountain West Conference level, you've got to show them things. They're spoiled. You know, they want to see, okay, where am I going to practice? Okay, where am I going to practice when we can't practice there? And I'm here to tell you, and I'm here to give fair warning to Grayson, we are going to practice in the Spectrum, but we're also going to practice here. Isn't this something? I mean, this is something unbelievably special. And you've got to have weight rooms. You've got to have student-athlete buildings. You've got to have practice facilities. If you're going to recruit the modern-day student-athlete, that's what you got to have. And we've taken a huge step forward with all of our buildings. You know, to the donors who've been thanked by everybody, I want to do the same. You know, Jim, I just, so many things, and I know you don't like us to say things about you, but what you've done from a financial standpoint is one thing, but your love of Utah State is unbelievable. He loves Utah State. And isn't that special? I think Blake feels a little funny about the name being on the court. I don't. I think, is that cool or what? A curvy court. The Miller family to jump on board, and all the other donors, we just thank you so much from all of our coaches and student athletes. You know, especially as far as this facility goes for women's volleyball, men's and women's basketball. This is you know, this is just a special edition for us, but for all our student athletes, we just thank everybody so much. Did I talk about my windows? You know, I don't, some of you have already seen it. If you're going to take the tour, count them, okay? There are 12 windows in my office. All I asked for was one. Like I said, I think somebody was saying face or six-pack or splash or something to me because I got 12 big windows. The best view in the valley you could possibly have. You know, I think for an old coach, they decided to shut him up. They did just that. You know, it's just, it's been an amazing 16 years for me here. Interesting spring too, by the way, but an amazing 16 years, and I am so honored to be the basketball coach at Utah State. Thank you for allowing me to be the basketball coach at Utah State, and we're going to keep striving to move up in that Mountain West Conference. Appreciate it.